There's a moment most men experience that almost no one talks about. It's not dramatic. It doesn't come with chaos or explosions. It's quiet. It's the moment a man realizes something in his life isn't right. Not broken, not abusive, not obviously wrong, just misaligned. And the strange thing is, most men know long before they move. They know in their body. They know in their energy. They know in the way peace slowly disappears. But they don't act. And today, I want to talk about why. Most men don't stay in situations because they're confused. They stay because they're thinking. They're weighing consequences. They're calculating risk. They're trying to be fair. They're trying to be responsible. They tell themselves, maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe this is just a phase. Maybe every relationship feels like this. Maybe I should be grateful. So they wait. Not because they're weak, but because they're cautious. Here's something important to understand. A man's intuition usually speaks early, but logic argues loudly. Intuition whispers. Logic builds a courtroom. Logic says, look at the history. Look at what you've invested. Look at what you could lose. And the longer a man listens to logic alone, the easier it becomes to delay action. What keeps men stuck isn't ignorance. It's hope mixed with fear. Hope that things will settle. Fear that leaving means failure. Fear of hurting someone. Fear of starting over. Fear of being wrong. So men compromise with time. They say, I'll revisit this later. I'll see how I feel in a few months. I don't need to decide right now. But here's the truth most men eventually learn. Prolonged hesitation is still a decision. Time doesn't pause the cost. It slowly increases it. There's a quiet price to waiting too long. It's not always explosive. It's subtle. Energy drains. Clarity dulls. Confidence softens. Not because the man is disappearing, but because he's carrying a weight that isn't being addressed. When a man ignores his inner signal for too long, His nervous system stays on alert. And living on alert is exhausting. This is why so many men say, "I'm not unhappy, I'm just tired. I don't feel bad, I just don't feel clear." That's not confusion. That's misalignment. Here's where men get tripped up. They think acting requires anger. It doesn't. The strongest decisions are rarely emotional. They're calm. They're grounded. They're clear. A man doesn't move when he's reactive. He moves when he's resolved. Clarity doesn't come from forcing an answer. It comes from stillness, from asking yourself honest questions without rushing to justify the response. Questions like, do I feel more like myself here or less? Does this expand my life or narrow it? Am I choosing this out of alignment or fear? Those answers come quietly, but they don't go away. And here's something men rarely hear. You don't need permission to trust your inner authority. You don't need proof beyond your own experience. And you don't need to villainize anyone to honor what you know. Sometimes the truth is simply, this no longer fits who I'm becoming. That doesn't make you cruel. It makes you honest. The danger isn't making the wrong choice. The danger is living indefinitely in limbo. Because limbo erodes confidence far more than decisive movement ever will. Even difficult clarity is lighter than endless uncertainty. So if you're in that moment right now, the moment where something inside you knows, you don't need to rush, but you do need to listen. Because the part of you that knows is the same part that will guide you forward when you're ready. And that readiness doesn't come from pressure. It comes from alignment. A man who trusts his inner authority doesn't move impulsively. He moves deliberately. And when he does, his life starts to feel simpler. Not easier, but clearer. And clarity is where peace returns.